The 18th of February 1912, Volume 11. How Jesus Can Live in the Soul, and the Soul in Jesus and from His Life. Finding myself in my usual state, my always adorable Jesus came and told me, "My daughter, everything you do for me, even a breath, enters into me as a pledge of your love for me, and I give you in exchange my pledges of love. Therefore the soul can say, I live on the pledges that my beloved gives to me." Then he added, "My beloved daughter, one can say that as you live in my life, your life is finished. You do not live any longer. Therefore, since you no longer live, but myself within you, anything they may do to you, pleasing or displeasing, I will receive as if it were done directly to me. Here is how you can understand this. You won't feel anything, pleasure or displeasure, whatever they may do to you. And who else could feel it if not myself, who lives in you and loves you very, very much?" End of the reading. The 18th of February 1924, Volume 16. All created things have one single "I love you" from God for us, which at the same time is distinct in each one of them. I was fusing myself in the divine will according to my usual way, in order to find all created things and to be able to give my love in return for myself and for all. Now, as I was doing this, I thought to myself, why, Jesus says that he has created everything for love of me and for love of each one. But how can this be if many created things I don't even know? So many fishes that dart in the sea, so many birds that fly in the air, so many plants, so many flowers, such great variety of beauty contained in the whole universe. Who knows them? Just a little number of them. Therefore, if I don't even know them, especially I who have been confined in a bed for years and years, how can he say that all created things have the mark and the seal of his "I love you" for me? Now, while I was thinking of this, my sweet Jesus moved in my interior in the act of pricking up his ears in order to listen to me, and he told me, "Yet, my daughter, it is true that each created thing has a distinct love for you. It is also true that you do not know them all, but this says nothing. On the contrary, it reveals to you my love even more, and tells you in clear notes that my "I love you" for you is both near and far from you, both hidden and unveiled. I do not act like the creatures who, when they are close, are all love, but as soon as they move away, they become cold and are no longer able to love. My love is stable and fixed. It is near as much as it is far, hidden and secret. It has one single sound, never interrupted. I love you. See, you know the light of the sun, it is true. Indeed, you receive its light and its heat as much as you want. But more light overshoots you, so much as to fill the whole earth. If you wanted more light, the sun would give it to you, even all of it. Now, all the light of the sun tells you my "I love you" from near and from afar. Even more, as it goes throughout the earth, it carries for you the little sonata of my "I love you." Yet you know neither the paths that the light covers, nor the lands that it illuminates, nor the people who enjoy the beneficial influence of the sun's rays. But even though you do not know everything that the light does, you are in the same light, and if you do not take it all, it is because you lack the capacity of being able to absorb it within you. Just because of this, you cannot say, that all the light of the sun does not tell you, I love you? On the contrary, it makes a greater display of love because, as it is invading the earth, it is narrating my I love you to all. The same thing for all the drops of water. You cannot drink them all and enclose them within you, but just because of this you cannot say that they do not tell you my I love you. Therefore, all created things, whether they are known or not, all of them have the mark of my I love you, because all of them serve the harmony of the universe, the decorum of creation, the mastery of our creative hand. I acted like a rich and tender father who loves his son. Since the son has to leave the paternal house to take his position, the father prepares a sumptuous palace with innumerable rooms, and each of them contains a certain something which may serve his son. Now, since those rooms are many, the son does not always see them, even more some of them he does not know because no necessity to use them has occurred to him. But just because of this, can anyone perhaps deny that in each room there is a special love of the Father for the Son, since the paternal goodness has provided also for that which might not even be necessary to the Son? So I did. This Son came out from my womb, and I wanted him to lack nothing. Even more, I created many different things, and some enjoy one thing, some another, but everything has one single sound. I love you. End of the reading. The 18th of February, 1926, Volume 18. Each manifestation on the divine will is a beatitude that is released by God. Each act of the human will rejects this beatitude. I felt oppressed because of many thoughts that went through my mind, with the addition of the privation of my sweet Jesus. And while I struggled between the hope that he might not leave me without him for too long, and the fear of no longer seeing him, my lovable Jesus took me by surprise and filled me all with himself in such a way that I could no longer see myself but only Jesus, who formed around himself an immense sea of many little flames, and these were all the truths that regarded his divinity and his lovable will. I would have wanted to take all those little flames in order to know the one who is everything for me and to make him known to all. But no, now I could not find the human terms in order to express them. Now the littleness of my mind to contain them. Now the infinity which it was not given to me embrace. Now the immensity in which I remained lost. I could comprehend a little bit of everything, but alas, the celestial language is very different from the terrestrial language. Therefore I could not find the right words to make myself understood. More so, since when I am with Jesus, I have the same language as Jesus. We understand each other perfectly. But once Jesus has withdrawn, and I find myself inside myself, I feel such a change that I'm just barely able to say a few things, and maybe half mangled, and while babbling like a little child. Then, while I was swimming inside that sea of little flames, my beloved Jesus told me, "It is right that the little newborn of my supreme volition take part in the beatitudes, joys, and happinesses of she who delivered her to the light. All these little flames that you see in the endless sea of my will are the symbol of the secret beatitudes, joys, and happinesses which it contains. I say secret because, since I have not yet manifested the fullness of the knowledge which the eternal will contains, nor are there the right dispositions in creatures in order to manifest them, all these beatitudes remain ad intra, inside the divinity, as we are waiting to put them out for the one who would be born, live, and carry out her life in our will, with no interruption, because her will being one with ours, all the divine doors are opened, and our most intimate secrets revealed. The joys and the beatitudes are placed in common, as much as it is possible for a creature, and as much as she is capable of. So you see, my daughter, each manifestation that I make to you about my will is a beatitude released from the womb of the divinity, which not only makes you happy and disposes you more to live in my will, but prepares you for more new knowledges. And not only this, but all of heaven remains inundated by that divine beatitude which has come out of our womb. Oh, how grateful they are to you, and how they pray that I continue the manifestations of my will. These beatitudes were closed into ourselves by the human will, and each act of human will is a lock to these celestial beatitudes, not only in time but also in eternity, because each act of my will done on earth sows in the soul the seed of that beatitude which she will enjoy in heaven. Without the seed, it is useless to hope for the plant. Therefore, deeper and deeper do I want you inside my will. End of the reading. There are no more readings today.